What is going on, guys? It's Tommy Karate coming at you with another episode of Turn It Up Tuesday. This week we're going to talk about park adventures. Now, just in case you guys didn't see, last week I was talking about the crazy lady from downstairs. Now, if you didn't watch that video, you guys can watch it. I'll put it up here somewhere, up over there, and I'll link it somehow. I'll figure that out. But anyway, you guys should go watch that video first before watching this one. So if anything, if you did watch that video from before, you know the lady that lived downstairs in our old apartment, she was crazy. And one of the things that she would not allow us to do was take our dog and allow the dog to go in the backyard and pee and poop in the backyard. So she would yell, "You can't do that here. Go take the dog down to the park." So we lived 3 houses from the park, if you include our house. So 2 more houses than the park. So not that far of a walk. What could happen on the way to the park? Well, let me tell you, because there's so many stories about this park. So I'll kind of try to keep it short and just give you some of the highlights of some of the more interesting ones, let's say. But anyway, anytime me and Zoe, who's not here right now because she knew I was turning it up, she didn't even want to be on the couch right now, we would walk down to the park. Like I said, we're walking 2 more houses down, then down to the park. Every time we went down there, especially at night, it was real sketchy at night. There's always people down there doing drugs. You know, I don't know what's going on down there, but there's always people hanging out at the park at night. There's cars parked at the park at night. What are they doing? Parking cars at the park. I don't know, but they were doing something. Use your imagination. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going down at that park. One night, I'm taking Zoe. It's snowing, right? Wintertime. Well, it's not snowing yet. It snowed already, right? We're walking down to the park. There's freshly landed snow on the grass. Cars pulls up. As I'm walking, I can see the park. As I'm walking to it, I see a car pull up. Stays running. Guy gets out of the car. Passenger runs through the park. All of a sudden, I see him stop, run back to the car, get in the car, vroom, car takes off. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, holy shit, what just happened? So me and Zoe get to the park and I follow his footprints, right? Freshly fallen snow on the ground. Easy. I followed his footprints. Guess where his footprints went? Right to the drain. There was a drain. The footprints literally stopped at the drain. So this guy ran to the drain, dropped something in that drain, and ran back to his car. Now I have my handy dandy flashlight on me. I'm looking down in there. It was hard to see at night though, because the drain goes down pretty far. I couldn't really see what he put down there. I got 2 guesses. He either dropped off some kind of murder weapon, I don't know, that's what I guess, or maybe some kind of drugs. Who knows? But he dropped something down there. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely sketchy. So that was one time I went to a park. Another time I went to a park, right? Me and Zoe, again, at night, seemed like night, well actually, night wasn't always the worst, but we're walking down at night, all of a sudden, I see a dog across the street. Oh man. Dog's not on a leash. Dog, you guys see my dog? My dog's like this big. Dog across the street is like this big. Big dog across the street. And I'm looking, that dog's got no leash. Now a little backstory too. Zoe loves to bark at other dogs. So guess what she does? I'm like, please don't see the dog, please don't see the dog. She sees the dog, she starts barking. Now I got Zoe on the leash. This dog comes running across the street. Now, this dog was not coming running across the street. See what's up? This dog was coming to attack. Teeth out, growling, starts coming at Zoe and trying to bite her. Oh, what? Now, I love dogs. Love dogs, of course. But when you're attacking my dog, I'm going to have to do what I got to do. So this dog's coming. I'm trying to get Zoe away from the dog. Dog's grabbing Zoe. I gotta kick it. I gotta kick the dog. I'm sorry, but I had to kick the dog. Kick the dog, get the dog off Zoe. Now, I can't, they're rumbling over here and I don't even know what to do. So I let go of the leash on Zoe and I was like, run home, Zoe, run home. Guess what Zoe did? She ran home. The other dog's chasing her. Then all of a sudden, I hear the parent, is that the dog owner is now calling a dog. The dog stops running after Zoe and goes back to the dog owner. Zoe runs back home. Thank God Zoe only had a little bite mark on her thigh and a little bit of blood. Nothing too crazy. Luckily, thank God she was okay. But man, that was crazy. And I'm like telling the dog, oh no, what, your dog just attacked my dog. And she's like, oh, she got off the leash, whatever, and just left, and that was it. Man, that was intense though. And I never had to kick a dog before, but I kicked that dog 2 or 3 times, and I think it was the third one that landed real hard on the ribs. And you gotta do what you gotta do. But anyway, that's another story. Then another time, you guessed it, I'm walking Zoe again. This time, it's at lunchtime, during the day, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you guys another thing, too. During this pandemic that's going on, right, this was last year, there was a lot of things that seemed to happen at lunchtime. So, our jobs, Mary and myself, were working from home, but it always seemed like something happened on lunch, and then we come back from lunch, and we're like, hey, we can't work the rest of the day because XYZ happened. And I think sometimes they were thinking we were making up stories. But trust me, these stories are 100% real and not made up. But anyway, now it's lunchtime. Now I'm like, hey, okay, Zoe, let's go for a walk to the park. On my way to the park, I see the neighbor outside. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? All right. Now I'm walking. And now I see the guy who owns the house right next to the park. He's in a U-Haul truck. And he's now backing his U-Haul truck up. He's trying to turn around, right? 3-point turn in his tight little spot, big U-Haul truck. Okay? Think about it. Tight spot, big U-Haul truck. That's a recipe for disaster. So this guy is now trying to make 3-point turn and he's backing up. And guess what he does? Bang! Backs right up into a telephone pole. That telephone pole, you guessed it, is attached to other telephone poles down the block. I see all the telephone poles just go whoop, whoop, like this. And on the way back, guess what happens? Boom! Transformer blows right in front of the telephone pole. It's right in front of our house. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Guess what the guy does in a U-Haul truck? Whoop, just drives away like nothing happened. Just drives away. I get on the phone, call Mary. I'm outside. Hey, did we lose power? And Mary's like, well, how did you know we lost power? Oh, because I saw the guy who did it. That's how. The guy just crashed into the pole, blew the transformer, and just left. How can so many stories happen on the way to the park? So I got one more story about the park. And this one, I take Zoe again. This is during the day. Actually, this is like afternoon now. So we're going to talk about, I'll give you guys, set the scene a little bit. It's probably about 5 o'clock, 5:30. Taking the dog to the park. At one part of the park, now just to kind of give you guys, there's grass, and then there's a fenced off park, and that's where like the little playground is, okay? So I'm on one side all the way over here. There's a guy over there, and he's playing with his kids on the other side. He's playing football. Wow, cool, good dad, right? He's over there, he's out there playing football, playing catch with his kids, and he's over there. I'm all the way on the other side of the park, minding my own business with Zoe. Zoe squats down to give it a little tinkle, right? Going a little number one. All of a sudden, the guy, the father, who's got 2 little kids in front of him, he starts yelling over to me. And he's like, hey. I'm like looking over, he's talking to me. And he's like, yeah, you're going to pick that up? Pick what up? I'm confused. I'm legit confused. What are you talking about? You're going to pick that up? I'm like, pick what up? Your dog. Your dog just pooped on the ground. You're not picking it up. I saw you. I watched it. You're not picking it up. And I play with my kids on this playground, this and that, and nobody picks up their dog poop. And look at you. You're just not picking up the dog poop. You better pick that up. Now, mind you, I take this dog to the park every single day, at least 3-4 times a day. Never even once have I ever seen this guy. 2, on the weekends, I was there all the time with my kids because I didn't have a backyard to play with the kids, right? I didn't have backyard. Crazy lady from downstairs prevents us from even playing in our yard. So I take the kids over to the playground and we would play all the time. We would play football, baseball, we would play frisbee, we would play hide and go seek, we would play water guns, we played laser tag over there. We played all kinds of crazy things over there. Never once have I ever seen this guy. So, of course, I pick up Zoe's poop every time I'm at that park because guess what? I almost treated it like it was my backyard because I'm always there with the kids. So now I'm getting insulted and I'm like, hey, my dog only did number 1. I was like, it's just piss and that's not poop. And he was like, no, I saw that. Now he's walking to me. Hands up. Now, I'll tell you something. When you see someone coming at you, this is aggressive. If I see this and you're coming at me with your hands up like this and you're walking towards me, I think you're ready to rumble. This is an aggressive move right here. So I told him, I was like, hey, listen. So now I'm starting to walk towards him. Now I'm thinking in my head, if I get into a self-defense situation now, what do I do with the dog? I got the dog on a leash. Do I let her go? Do I quickly tie it to the fence, defend myself? Man, I don't know. A lot of thoughts were going through my head right there. But I was like, listen, buddy. I play here with my kids too. I was like, I pick up the poop every time. That was just pee. And then he was like, oh. Once I mentioned I play with the kids, he's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, these other people, they just poop. They just don't pick up their poop. Yeah, I know, guy. I know. I'm here all the time. I see it all the time. Matter of fact, me and my kids, we got cones. We went to Sporting Goods place and we bought a pack of cones. You know what those cones are for? No, those cones aren't for like crazy drills or anything like that. Those cones were markers. So when we played there, we would put a cone down. Hey guys, there's a landmine. Don't step on it. There's a cone. So we knew all about the poop. We know people didn't pick up the poop. I picked up the poop. No one else picked up the poop. But don't come at me. Don't come at me, especially if my dog didn't even poop. My dog just didn't one, and you're coming at me. Don't come at me, bro. Don't come at me at the park. Anyway, those are my adventures at the park. Like I said, there was a lot of little other ones, but nothing that was Turn It Up Tuesday worthy. So anyway, like I said, I'm coming at you next week. I got more stories about the apartment, more stories, crazy stories. We're going to be turning it up. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get the notification so you know when I'm turning it up and you guys are ready. So that's it. Tommy Craddock out. Hooah!